Hello to each of you. Welcome to the winter and spring session for kindergarten parents who are new to Bridlewood. This is Principal Shirley speaking, and I'm excited to take you through some key points that I know you're going to find useful. Let's dive in. All of us attending the presentation here tonight have a past school experience to refer to. It doesn't matter where you've gone to school, it's your own personal background and experience. I want for you to just be aware that your their experience is not going to be yours. It is likely to look very, very different compared to what you experienced as a young learner. A word of caution here, if I may. Please, I ask you to not compare your child to other children around you, or if you have an older sibling, that you don't compare your younger learner to your older learner. As you know, children learn at very different rates. That's the entire point of not comparing. I've been an employee at the Ottawa Carleton District School Board for a very long time. Some of my previous schools include W. Erskine Johnson Public School and South March Public School. This is my second year here at Bridlewood, and I have to tell you that I absolutely love it here. Here are some other key members of my team. You'll get to know these folks as you start coming into the school on a more regular basis. I'm going to ask you to park your questions until the end of the presentation here, and I'm quite confident that we'll get you all the information that you're going to be looking for. In the event that you don't get what you need, I'm happy to schedule a call with you afterwards to talk privately one-on-one about your individual concern. Thanks. Bridlewood has a very active parent council. If you'd like to get involved, we hope that you'll consider. We meet the third Tuesday of every month from 7 until 8:30. All and any are welcome to join. One of the most unfortunate things about not being able to meet in person is the fact you're not going to get to meet this team of educators. Here they are, and trust me when I say they are exceptional. Like many families, I can understand why you've chosen to move to Bridlewood as a community. The community is mature, it's beautiful, just like our building. Our school was built back in 1987, and hopefully you've had a chance to walk around or view my virtual tour. Our campus and facilities are outstanding here. All of our kindergarten classes are combined with JK students and SK students together. They rotate a half day in French and a half day in English. The ECE, or the early childhood educator, stays with the children for the duration of the entire day. So that's what their day would look like. I receive a lot of questions about play-based learning and what does it really look like. To the untrained eye, it looks simply that, like the kids are playing. However, the secret lies in the planning and preparation that goes into laying out the activities so that the children inadvertently or out of curiosity get to the point of where you want to take them. Kindergarten children love the bus. Please, please, please put them on. You won't regret it. It's a great way for them to start their day. Our school day is from 8:30 until 3 p.m. You can drop your child off beginning at 8:15 in the morning. This is when supervision begins. Pickup happens promptly at 3. You can see here, children in grades 1 through 6 operate on a slight varied schedule compared to the kindergarten children. I'd like to explain the difference between intake interviews and staggered entry. At the time of registration, you will also have the opportunity to complete the intake questionnaire. Please send that in at the time of your registration. Your intake interview will last approximately 30 minutes. It will occur in the first couple of days in September, and it is a one-on-one appointment with your child's teacher, yourself, and your child. You will receive your individual intake interview time and date, usually by the end of June or over the summer. Please remember, this time is dedicated only for you and your family with the teacher. Staggered entry dates happen once the school year has begun. It's usually only one, possibly 2 dates where only the JKs arrive in small groups in order to familiarize themselves with the classroom. You don't need to worry about this for right now. If your little one has an individual health concern, please let us know. It's important that we have accurate, detailed information if this applies to your child. I want for new JK parents to know that it is possible we face a reorganization of classes at the beginning of October. Sometimes projected numbers compared to actual numbers are not the same, and as a result, we need to rejig some homeroom. This slide depicts some of the many things that are kind of nice if the kids can do some of these things on their own. Not an absolute must, but it would be great if they were working towards doing these things. We've reached the point in the presentation where I'm going to try and give you the best advice that I know how. Are you running with a parachute, or are you driving with the parking brake on? Here's what I mean by these two questions. So often, families are trying to do so much to help their little ones. It's to the point in some cases where the little one is now helpless because they have no idea how to struggle. So I ask you again, are you driving with the parking brake on? Big question, I know. The next tough question I have for you is, who's in charge? I mean that in all sincerity. If your little person has never been told no, it's unfortunate that he or she will likely struggle in a classroom of 20 other children. So, who's in charge? I invite you to hit the pause button here on this particular slide. These few bullet points here are the most important things that the kids must be able to achieve in order to have a successful start. Independence is key, and so is socialization. I also need to highlight absolutely the bathroom independence. Of course, we will help your child in the event that there's a bathroom accident, but toilet training is not something that we typically do. I get asked about French a lot. What happens if neither mom or dad or grandparent or the guardian speak French? Please do not worry. You'll be amazed at how quickly the little ones pick up French. That's why we're here. Please don't stress. You'll need to have a plan for drop-off and pickup for your little one if you don't have them taking the bus. Again, that's not something for us to worry about today, but something for you to think about. Also, you'll need to be familiar with a school messenger app for safe arrival in the event your child is absent or going to be late to school. Again, just reiterating the importance of the bus. Kids love it. It's really helpful for a great start for their day. I now invite you to take the virtual tour by clicking on the YouTube link contained in the next slide. Thanks a lot for watching today, and I really look forward to meeting you. Take care.